now looking to find the pace of Daka. Steele, that was a little bit loose, and Barnes has seized upon it, and Barnes hammers it into the bottom corner. A wonderful start for Leicester City. It's a shocker for Brighton. Well, the initial pass back here from Duffy to Steele was a little short. Daka's pressure, and Steele then with a ball that was in between two players, and how Barnes made him pay. Steele, I'm sure, will take the bulk of the blame here, but collective errors as well within that defensively from Brighton's point of view. It's a very smart finish all the same from Harvey Barnes, who has been struggling for a bit of form this season. He's been left out of the last two Premier League games by Brendan Rodgers. It's a deep corner towards Byrne, who got up well but couldn't control the header. Has scored a couple of goals in this competition down the years, Dan Byrne, but not for Brighton. One for Fulham and one for Birmingham. Back for Connolly. Gross for Webster. Attacking that penalty area. Blocked by Chowdhury. And now Thomas with a chance to clear. For Daka to hunt. Floated in once more towards McAllister. Soyuncu was with him. And Ward dives to make sure that it doesn't go behind for another corner. To fight battle throughout the evening. Alexis McAllister, there's not much in the way of support at the moment as Leicester break up. Byrne, Duffy and Webster are in the mix again. Pascal Gross to curl this in. It's Duffy who got his head to it, but having done that, unable to keep it down, is hugely disappointed with himself. Has scored this season. Not one in the win over Watford back in August. In comes the corner. Headed goalwards by Duffy. Veltman. Sarmiento. Good determined run this. And the shots! Oh, brilliant save from Ward. McAllister caught that really well. It was heading into the top corner. And Danny Ward, who has been a virtual spectator since we kicked off here, produces a really good stop to ensure that Brighton don't equalise just before half-time. It's a really good hit from McAllister after a fabulous run from Sarmiento. Corner swung towards Duffy, and it's dropping invitingly, and it's scuffed home by Webster. And Brighton have equalised before half-time. Reward for their improvement since the half hour. Delight for the travelling Brighton faithful. They thought their chance had gone when McAllister's effort was tipped over the bar by Ward. But it's won initially by Duffy and drops kindly for Webster, who's found room in the 6-yard box and scuffs it into the bottom corner and beyond Danny Ward for 1-1. No way through for Daka. Sarmiento has left it short. Lookman is in, and Lookman has scored. Unbelievable climax of the first half at the King Power Stadium. No sooner have Brighton levelled, and they've gifted Leicester a second goal. Full marks to Ademola Lookman, who was so alert to what might unfold here. It's a blot on the copybook of Sarmiento, who has done so well so far this evening. But the 19-year-old left the back pass to his goalkeeper short, and Ademola Lookman was quick enough to pounce and profit and score. Leicester 2, Brighton 1. Brighton were level for less than a minute. It's cleverly done. The angle was perfect, and McAllister now trying to thread that through for Connolly. The flag has stayed down. Connolly taking it early. Ward able to save. Perhaps to time this just right, the run was holding back. It looked tight. The flag stayed down, but it's a tame effort in the end. Guard as orthodox centre halves. Again, Brighton have given it away cheaply, and Barnes is in for another terrific save. It'll come out as far as Maddison, and in the way was Duffy. Well, Jason Steele, who was guilty of the error that gave Leicester the early lead, redeems himself somewhat here. This time he denies Barnes, having provided him a gift-wrapped opportunity early on in the contest. Getting it back from Lookman, trying to work the angle for the shots. Another stop that needed to be made by Jason Steele. This is Harvey Barnes getting close to his bus. It's coming on. McAllister. Here's Mopé, Cucurella. In goes the cross, and Wepu with a header, and it's in. It's 2-2. It has been coming. It's Enoch Wepu with his first goal for Brighton and Hove Albion. Well, he's thrown on the big guns, and they've delivered. Mopé and Cucurella heavily involved, and when the Spaniard sends in the cross, and Wepu has found space and does enough to steer it beyond Ward, and the man covering on the line, Soyuncu, who couldn't grow enough to get his head to it. Samare, Maddison. We're building up to an exciting climax. It's Daka. Daka got underneath it. I think that's his first shot of the night. Nice work from first Maddison and then Lookman. Driven in low, and then the side netting. Ward did have his near post covered. Not the worst idea in the world, that. Trying to catch the goalkeeper out at the near post. Now Mopé, and Wepu really annoyed that Mopé didn't let that run. He's given the pass to him now, and Mopé's shot is well wide. Plays the game with what appears to be a permanent smile on his face, Enoch Wepu. That's where he wants it to run. Eventually, when the shot does come in, it's well wide of Danny Ward's right-hand post. Cucurella has it again. Sweeps it in. Header from Connolly, clearing the crossbar. That was the chance. The first to accept the responsibility from 12 yards. And Maddison scores. His goals last season came from the penalty spot. So Gross against Danny Ward to restore parity. Comfortably taken minutes. Can he do the business from the penalty spot? Yes, he can. Again, still going to the right. Shootout hero in this competition for Leicester 3 years ago against Wolves and Southampton. And Mope hits the bar. Advantage Leicester. To put a bit of daylight between Leicester and Brighton. Top corner. Wouldn't be curtains just yet, but nearly. Terrific effort. Powerful. Ricardo, a late substitute tonight. Didn't have many touches of the ball. Needs a firm one and a decisive one here, and he provides it. Leicester are nearly home. Now he has to score, otherwise Brighton are heading out. Oh, Ward guesses correctly, and Danny Ward again comes up with the goods in a shootout for Leicester City. It's more heartbreak for Brighton in this competition. Yet again, they have failed to reach the quarter-final stage.